Alright, boys and girls, welcome to Growing Guitar, a beautiful, absolutely fantastic collab here with Alex Warren and ROSÉ. Alright, and they do On My Mind. So this is a very straightforward song, and we have like very easy chords, easy strumming pattern, and that is because we use a capo, and that is a lifesaver for this song. Capo on third, absolute best scenario. Let's go into this tutorial together. So, let's go through the chords. Starting with E minor, that will be open E, second A, second D, open G, open B, and open E. Next chord is C. So third A, second D, open G, first B, and open E. We have G next. That will be third E, second A, open D, open G, open B, and third E. And then we also have the D. Of course, that's the famous four. So open D, second G, third B, and second E. And what I mean by famous four is because, yeah, that E minor, C, G, and D is perhaps the most common combination in the world. Anyway, we have to throw in a fifth chord to handle the bridge part later on, and that is the G, B chord, okay? So that is second A, open D, open G, third B, and open E. Alright, so there you have it. Now, let's go into the strumming, grab the first chord, E minor, and it goes like this. Okay, so it's one down, short pause, and then comes down, up, pretty fast. So together. And a couple rounds. That is what you're gonna do in this song. So let's go from the beginning. First verse, and I believe that is Alex singing, and he plays or sings E minor 2, C2, and G4. And that combination of E minor 2, C2, G4, you're gonna play for 4 rounds, and that is the first verse. Let's go for a couple rounds. Second round, E minor, 2, C, 2, G, 2, 3, 4. So, 4 rounds of that, and that is the first verse. Then at 48 seconds in, maybe it's the way, that's where on the lyric starts the chorus. Okay, so you're gonna play G1, C1, G1, C1, G1, C1, and D2. Okay, so that means you're going to alternate C and G for 3 times, and then you're going to end with D2. And that is the first part of the chorus, and then the last part of it will be to play E minor 2 and C1 down, plus a pause. And the length of that pause is as if you would play 2 string rounds on the C, but you just play the first down and then you stop playing and have a big pause there instead. So to summarize this chorus, we have G, C, G, C, G, C for 3 times, and then D2. You play that portion for 2 rounds, and then you go into the E minor 2 and C1 down. I think I'm gonna play this through for you. So it goes like this: G, C, G, C, G, C, D, 2 again. And now comes E minor, 2, C, pause, and now starts the next part, and that will be the post-chorus part, about 1 minute and 8 seconds in. Oh, that's where on the lyrics, and that is not Santa, that is probably Alex or ROSÉ. I think it's Alex who's singing that, and what you're gonna play here is, again, that first part of the chorus, the G1, C1, you alternate that for 3 times, and then the D2. You play that for 2 times, okay? So you skip the last E minor C part, just play the first half of it, and 2 rounds of that, and that is the post-chorus parts. Then you will come into the next part of the song, that is the second verse. This is the second round, and it's very similar to the first one, but not exactly the same. The first 3 rounds out of 4 are exactly the same. It's still E minor 2, C2, and G4. But then on the fourth and final round, you're going to play E minor 2, C2. Then you go back to play E minor 2 and 1 down on G plus a pause. Okay? So the fourth round goes E, C, then E again, and G. And then comes the next parts. And that is the second chorus. That is played exactly in the same way as the chorus we just learned, so no changes there. And then comes the second post-chorus part, and that is also played exactly in the same way as the first one, so no changes there. After this second post-chorus part comes a bridge part. We're now about to 2 minutes and 27 seconds in. This is where you're going to use this GB chord. So what you're going to play here is G, 2 string rounds, C, 2 string rounds, then the GB2 and back to C2. You play that portion for 2 chord progression rounds. So G, C, C, GB, C, again. And that is the bridge part. Very easy. So next comes the third chorus. And what you're going to do here is to play just 1 down of that chorus play where you have the G, C, G, C, G, C. You're going to play only that G, C for 3 times. So G, 1 down per chord, like this. And you skip the last D. Then you go back and play again 1 down per chord, and this is where Rosé starts to sing. So you just continue with this 1 down. G, C, G, C, G, C. And now you incorporate the D, and you're gonna play strumming from that D. You're gonna play 2 string rounds as you played in the previous choruses. And after you play that D2, then comes Alex in again with Rosé, and now you start to strum again the G1, C1, G1, C1, G1, C1, and D2. And then you end off with this E minor 2 and 1 down on C plus a pause. And then comes the third post-chorus part. That is played exactly in the same way as the previous ones. No changes there. And then we have finally one outro where you're gonna play E minor 2 and 1 down on that beautiful C with a pause. And that, my friends, is how you handle Alex and Rosé's On My Mind. And that is my feelings as well. I always have you on my mind, my friends, my family, fellow followers on Growing Guitar. So thank you for being here. And if you appreciate this tutorial, then I'm happy if I can get something back. Give me a like, subscribe, comments, anything. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Until next time, play tune.